Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Sri Vrajamandala Parikrama, Varsana, pastime places visited after Parikrama of Varsana. Prema Sarovara. This pond is situated on the road to Nandagaon, 1 mile from Varsana. It is shaped like a boat and is so beautifully decorated on all sides with lush kadamba trees that it seems Prema itself has manifested as a pond. This charming place, which attracts the hearts of the devotees, is where Srimati Radhika and Sri Krishna enjoy loving pastimes together. It is also where Prema Vaichitya manifested in Srimati Radhika. Once, Radha and Krishna, surrounded by Lalita and the other Sakhis, were immersed in various kinds of loving pastimes when a bumblebee hovered around the beautiful lotus face of Srimati Radhika. Thinking her face to be a lotus flower, the bee wanted to sit there and drink its nectar, and so it continued to hover around her face. Srimati ji became afraid and covered her face with her palms. She also tried to chase the bee away, but to no avail. Madhumangala saw Srimati Radhika's distress and chased the bumblebee far away with his stick. Upon his return, he announced, "I have chased Madhusudana far away from here. He is gone and will not return." When Srimati Radhika heard Madhumangala's words, she had once thought that Madhusudana Krishna had gone away and had left her, although she was sitting directly in Krishna's lap. She began to lament, deeply afflicted by separation from him. She could not at that instant understand that Madhusudana also means bumblebee. She wept and repeatedly cried out, "O Prananatha, where have you gone? O Lord of my life, where have you gone?" Upon seeing these amazing transcendental sentiments known as Prema Vaichitya in his beloved Radhika, Krishna also forgot that she was sitting on his lap. He too wept and cried, "O my beloved," and they both fainted. The tears that flowed from their eyes and the perspiration that poured from their bodies created this pond. When the Sakhis saw their condition, they too became senseless. Srimati's female parrot began to loudly chant Sri Radha's name, and the male parrot began to loudly chant Sri Krishna's name. As they heard each other's name, Radha and Krishna regained external consciousness and gazed upon each other with great yearning. Gradually, the Sakhis also regained consciousness and in boundless bliss began to call out, "Jaya, Jaya." The poet Sri Madhuri ji describes this pastime in a very charming way. After this incident, Sri Krishna thought to himself, "Although I remain close by my beloved Srimati Radhika, I am unable to pacify the suffering she experiences in separation from me. The heat of impending separation constantly scorches her, and I see no means to console her. When I am far away from her, she constantly thinks of me out of separation from me. She becomes so absorbed in transcendental emotions that laughing, she talks to tamala trees, thinking them to be me, and plays with her sakhis. And sometimes she displays mana. In contrast, when I am close by her, she is overwhelmed by a feeling of separation from me, and she becomes distressed and cries. In this condition, I am unable to console her even if I am right beside her. Thus, Sri Radha can only be consoled when I am far away from her. In this state of separation, her fire of separation can be somewhat pacified upon having an internal transcendental vision, sphurti, of me, or beholding objects like the tamala tree that possess a lustre similar to my own. This is because she actually considers them to be me, her dear most beloved. Thinking in this way, Krishna secretly decided to leave for a distant place. This is the main reason why he left Vrindavana to go to Mathura and Dwaraka. The transcendental sentiment that Srimati Radhika displays here is the topmost Madana Bhava which is found only in her. It does not manifest even in Lalita and the other Sakhis. In this Madana Bhava, feelings of separation, Vipralambha, and meeting, Sambhoga, as well as other mutually opposed bhavas are present simultaneously in an astonishing way. Prema Sarovara is a manifestation of Radha and Krishna's transcendental sentiments, as the following Brajabhasa poem explains. Prema Sarovar Prem ki bhari rahe din rain, jhan jhan pyari pag dharat shyam dharat tanham nain. Day and night, Prema Sarovara is always filled with prema or divine love. Pyari Srimati Radhika keeps her lotus feet there, and Shyama desires to keep those lotus feet in the vision of his eyes. In other words, Shyama worships this pond because Srimati has placed her feet in its waters. There is no doubt that by bathing in this pond, one attains prema for the divine couple Sri Radha Krishna. Here one can take darshan of Lalita Mohanaji, a Rasamandala, a place where they would swing, Jhula Sthala, the temple of Prema Bihariji, and the sitting places, Bhaitakas of Sri Vallabhacharya and Sri Vitthalanatha. The village of Gajipura lies east of this pond. On the day of Bhadra Shukla Dwadashi, the fourth day from Radhashtami, Bhuri Leela is performed here. Vihvala Kund. This pond lies near Sanket to the southeast. Here Sri Krishna became restless and overwhelmed Vihvala upon hearing Sri Radha's name. One day, Sri Krishna and Subhala Sakha were engaged in sweet Rasika talk as they sat in a beautiful kunja by this delightful pond. A female parrot sitting on the branch of a nearby tree began to sing of Sri Radhika's glorious qualities. When Krishna heard the name and qualities of Radhika, various sentiments arose in his heart. He saw manifestation of her wherever he looked and anxiously began to run here and there in an attempt to catch her. Subhala Sakha noticed the extremely elevated Ashta Satvika Bhavas or Mahabhava on Sri Krishna's limbs and contemplated how to pacify him. He understood that the only way would be for Krishna to meet with Srimati Radhika. He somehow sent news of Krishna's astonishing condition to Vishakha Sakhi and requested her to bring Srimati Radhika to Krishna. Srimati Radhika arrived there with Vishakha and some other Sakhis, and from a distance Subala pointed towards Sri Krishna in his condition of extreme restlessness. Radha and Krishna had been eager to meet and were therefore endlessly joyous to have each other's darshana. As soon as Sri Krishna experienced the touch of Srimati Radhika's transcendental body, he felt satisfied and content. That sadhaka who affectionately performs bhajan here will definitely become inundated with prema for Radha and Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.